What's up guys, my name is AzN3AlK0 and this will be a gun review on the all-new CZ805. It's a new NX standard sniper, what am I saying, sniper rifle. This is a sniper rifle review. Anyways, this is the new all-new CZ805 assault rifle. There you go, I got it right this time. And that Nexon has released for the preview sale this month, and because of the downtime, the login problems, the login problems, they basically said we'll extend the permanent and 90-day sales of this gun until November 7th. And by the time this video goes up, I think it'll be gone. I'm not too sure, but it'll come back because this is just the preview sale. And yeah, this is a gun review on the CZ805. I know that I said that gun reviews aren't really the main focus of this channel, but I've kind of changed my stance on that a little bit, as I get a nice triple sprayer here. I've decided to actually go ahead and make gun reviews, but I'm going to make gun reviews on all guns. Yes, you heard me right, on all guns. The Road to Mastery, the sniper rifles, that was kind of considered a gun review in itself, in fact, so I'm not going to do another gun review on sniper rifles that I've featured on the Road to Mastery series, so all non-sniper rifles, how's that? And right here I got kicked, and right here you'll see that I move on to another game, and I didn't take the time to edit this because I don't really know much of editing, so this is the best I could do. Last game was a game on Oil Rig, and now it's the game on Ghost Town. So I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Once again, I'll go over details of my plans on making these so-called gun reviews on a different video. For now, for the main attraction, the CZ805. Once again, this is the new NX standard assault rifle. God, I keep saying standard sniper rifle. But then, yeah, that's released for this month's preview sale. And actually, maybe for this, I forgot to turn off VVox for this game, so you guys may have to deal with these guys talking over me a lot. So I apologize. But anyways, I'm going to save my personal opinions about the CZ805 until the end of this video, like a final wrap up, like general overview kind of portion of the video. So let's get right into the CZ805 stats. The damage on the CZ805 is 39. Now, let's compare this to the G36 because most people have used the G36. It's the easiest kind of reference gun we can use for gun reviews, really, for assault rifles, that is. The G36E, according to Combat Arms, has a damage rating of 45. So in comparison, the CZ805 has a relatively low damage rating. This is true because it's a 4-shot kill to the front, whereas the G36 is a 3-shot kill to the front. So obviously you can tell that the CZ805 is going to take one more bullet, or quite a few bullets at range, to put someone down. Though in practice the damage is negated by its rate of fire, which is fairly decent for its class and being an assault rifle. But we'll get to that later. Just for now, you just need to know that the damage is relatively low for an assault rifle. You could say it's pretty much average, but I'd like to say it's lower than average. It's still decent though, but we'll get right into why the damage is perfect for a gun like this. Moving on, we've got the portability. The portability is 66, so it's pretty fast for an assault rifle. The G36 has a portability of 57, so the G36 is a pretty portable rifle. I myself don't have any complaints with it, even without speed gear on. So this new CZ805's portability is pretty fast for an assault rifle. Obviously it's not the fastest thing in the world because obviously submachine guns and other pistols and other weapons outclass it, but for what it is, I repeat, for what it is, the portability is very good. Once again, its portability is at 66. Now we go on to the rate of fire that I was talking about. Its rate of fire is 75. Now in comparison to the G36, G36's rate of fire is 68. Now the G36's rate of fire is it's average. For me, it's pretty average. The CZ805's rate of fire is very fast in my opinion. I like to compare it to the Rec 7 or the Rec 7. If you guys know what that Rec 7 assault rifle is, it's an NX standard rifle, just like the CZ805, but it's like a beefed up M4 with more recoil but more power. Also, it has a 35 round magazine. I like to think of the rate of fire of just like the on the CZ805, that is, just like the Rec 7, the Rec 7. So the rate of fire is very fast for an assault rifle. Because its rate of fire is so fast, there are two kind of factors that are involved in this. One is its damage, where because its damage is relatively low, the rate of fire makes up for it because you can put more bullets down range. Now the downside to this is that if it does have a high rate of fire, you need to take into account recoil. If the recoil is too high, then you're going to find that this gun is very uncontrollable. But when we get into recoil, when we talk about the recoil of this gun, you'll find that both factors play into this quite nicely, in fact. So that's the rate of fire. Moving on to its accuracy. The accuracy is 80. So it's a pretty accurate assault rifle. In comparison, obviously G36 is a very accurate assault rifle with an accuracy rating of 90. Plus, with that sniper scope on, you can literally use that sniper rifles, just sniping people across the map with tap firing. In another comparison, the new INSAS rifle has an accuracy of about 86. So it's not the most accurate, but for what it does, it's very accurate for an assault rifle, that is. So by no means is it below par. Now we move on to the recoil. The recoil is 64. Now the G36 has a recoil of 68, but what the recoil on the Nexon website doesn't tell you is the recoil spread. Once again, sorry for the VVox dudes. The recoil on the CZ805 without a scope on, basically hip firing, is relatively big. Think of it as a Scar H. If you guys have ever fired a Scar H at all, the NX Rare assault rifle variant of the Scar L, then you can think of it as that. In fact, almost all attributes of this gun except for the damage is pretty identical, or if not very similar to the CZ805s. So that's the recoil spread. Now the recoil while scoped in, if you hold it down full auto while scoped in with an ACOG, I haven't tried it with an iTech yet, but then with an ACOG, if you hold it down, then it'll go up pretty high, but the thing is, for the first 5 shots, it goes straight up. I repeat again, for the first 5 shots, if you go full auto while scoped in with an ACOG, it goes straight up. Now that's really good because other rifles would start to bounce around a lot after like the second, third bullet. This one is pretty damn stable. It doesn't even go side to side until like after the 5th bullet, and even then it goes side to side like very slightly. So while scoped in full auto, the CZ805 is very good. And right there is a perfect example of if you tap fire. If you tap fire this thing, it negates all recoil on this. It's almost like a G36's, if not better, tap fire ability. That's just a word I made up on the spot. And basically, you can if you know how to tap fire, then you will win almost all fights in mid to long range combat with this CZ805. Now on to the non kind of statistical features of the CZ805. As for the size of the CZ805, it's pretty average for an assault rifle. I mean, it's not too long, but it's not necessarily short either, because the barrel of this gun is pretty long. And if you're thinking about hiding or going really stealthy with this gun, I advise you to take out your pistol or something, because the barrel of the CZ805 might give you away. It's just a little tip there. And right here, there was a hacker who froze the game. So, on to a new video. So here's the game. Here's some gameplay on Sandhog, And another thing about this CZ805 that I would like to point out is that for some reason you can get a lot of headshots with this gun without scoping in, like without aiming for their heads. I don't know why, because my luck usually isn't that great. Even if I aim for headshots, I couldn't get headshots if I wanted to. But in this game, I get an unusual amount of kills that are headshots with the CZ805. I can't understand why. It's like another assault rifle that I used to. Oh yeah, the XK8. For some reason, I get lots of lottos with that gun too. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but for me, these two guns get me a lot of headshots, and I can't even explain it right at this moment either. But you get a lot of headshots with this gun. Whether or not it's good, it's up to you, because you might get kicked, and other times it might save your life in certain gunfights because you need that lotto in order to win the gunfight. Like that, I don't even know how I got that headshot. I wasn't even aiming for him. Like there too. Oh, what do you know? Another headshot. While the guy I just killed cries out, "Oh, lotto!" Anyways, as for its magazine capacity, it's standard. A standard 30-round magazine over 90 in reserve. I'm using extended mag 1 because I usually rock extended mags on my guns. So that gives me a 40 out of 40 in my clip and 80 in reserve. Let's see, moving on to the attachments. You can attach all kinds of mods to your CZ805. That includes sights, silencers, and extended mags, so you don't have to worry about any kind of attachment restrictions like the L85. You can't attach a scope on that one. That's why they released an L85A1 mod with a sniper scope on it. And yeah, that's it for its non-statistical features. Sorry, mind blank there. Now on to my thoughts on this gun. At first, when they first released this CZ805, I looked at its statistics and thought like, well, it's not that good. Just looking at statistics, like it's got below average damage. It's got pretty high portability for an assault rifle, but I mean there are other assault rifles that are faster than it. It's got a pretty beastly rate of fire, but then I've got my Rec 7 perm for that one, so I mean it's not like I'm gonna get it for its rate of fire, and the accuracy is not really that great. By the way, that triple spray, I don't know how I got that second headshot. They were calling me a hacker after that one. And it's recoil. I mean, there are assault rifles out there with lower recoil, I think. I don't pay attention to each gun statistics too much, but I mean the recoil isn't all that special. But I was like, I guess I'll try it out, because usually NX standard assault rifles are really good. It's not that because they're trying to get money or anything, or it's just that usually NX standard rifle assault rifles are usually pretty good. And I mean, I bought it earlier today, and I was like, testing it out. At first, I was like, I don't really like this gun. But then as I continued playing with it, I got more used to it. I started learning how to really control this gun. Well, actually, I'll get to that in a second. But then I started really learning just the best way to use this gun. And in the end, I actually really like it now. It's not really my go-to assault rifle right now, but then it's one of my better assault rifles right now. And I'm really surprised how well it feels. And basically, to sum it up, it's like this. It's like a cut down Scar H. Like I said, if you guys have ever played with the Scar H NX Rare assault rifle, then you know that the Scar H is really powerful, has a really beastly rate of fire, but then the portability and the recoil were almost unbearable if you scoped in with the Scar H. The CZ805 keeps all the features of the Scar H, even the sprint animation and the reload animation, except the damage and the recoil are completely flipped around. Now the damage has been cut down in exchange for a better recoil and better controllability. You will find that while hipfiring or even scoped in, you can control this gun very, very well. And tapfire is very, very good on this CZ805. So just letting you guys know. So my overall impressions on this gun, If you guys don't mind having those inverse and that kind of inversely flipped Scar H in terms of damage and recoil, then and portability too, don't forget about that, then I suggest you really get this gun. It's really worth your money. Otherwise, if you're not very fond of the Scar H, or if you're not very fond of the gameplay that you see in front of you, then I suggest you don't get it, because it's going to be a waste of your money. Alright guys, that's about the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and the game's about to wrap up here. Once again, thanks guys, and peace. Hope you guys enjoyed.